Here we go again, another episode of Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl, brought to you by Owens Community College. I'm your host, Mason Lowry. We've got a battle for the North today, North's Baltimore and Wood. Best of luck to all of you guys. Before we dive into the buzz-in round to start the show, let's meet the teams.
Caleb Dyer, senior.
Neil Hinkle, junior.
Noah Vanlerberg, junior.
Levi Vanlerberg, freshman.
Aiden Tatum, freshman.
Adeline Reynolds, freshman.
Haley Baker, sophomore.
Elizabeth Casper, senior.
Cy Coral, junior.
McKenna Coral, 8th grade.
Myriad Hill, junior.
Gabriel Lewin, sophomore.
Caleb Smart, freshman.
Welcome to the buzz-in round.
In the buzz-in round, both teams will have their buzzers in hand. Teams buzzing in and answering correctly will receive 10 points. If they answer incorrectly, they will lose 10 points. Good luck.
And a reminder, the buzz-in round is brought to you by Unison Health and the Mental Health Board of Lucas County. Guys, you all set? Let's rock. Your 3 minutes begin now. A bump, set, and spike are actions in what?
Volleyball.
Volleyball is correct. That's 10 points for Northwood. At the end of what novel by Kate Chopin does Edna Pontellier drown herself in the Gulf of Mexico? It's The Awakening. What densely populated country is led by Sheikh Hasina and has refugee camps in Cox's Bazar, North Baltimore?
Jordan.
Sorry, no, it's Bangladesh. The sermon, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God, was delivered during what event, a mid-18th century religious revival in the U.S.? North Baltimore.
Great Awakening.
Correct. First Great Awakening. What Russian composer depicted a witch's Sabbath on St. John's Eve in his Night on Bald Mountain? Modest Mussorgsky. Name this 19th century monarch who popularized wearing white at weddings when she first married Prince Albert. Anything? It's Queen Victoria I. Who challenged the Oedipus complex in his Sex and Repression in Savage Society?
Freud.
Sorry, it's Bronislaw Malinowski, so minus 10 for Northwood. What Asian country is moving its capital to Nusantara and is led by Joko Widodo? Indonesia. Name the love interest of Jake Gatsby in an F. Scott Fitzgerald novel. Northwood.
Daisy Buchanan.
Correct. For what branch of the armed forces did George Herbert Walker Bush fly during World War II? North Baltimore.
Navy.
Navy is correct. Name this painting of a man on a rocky outcrop with his back to the viewer, a work by Caspar David Friedrich. It's the most emphatic shake of the head I've ever seen. Wanderer above the sea of fog. What African country's 2023 Anti-Homosexuality Act was signed by six-term President North Baltimore?
Uganda.
Uganda is correct. In cooking, a roux is used in soups to both flavor them and to do what? Northwood.
Thicken.
Thicken them is correct. Name this 6th century Byzantine emperor who ordered the construction of the Hagia Sophia. North Baltimore.
Justinian.
Correct. What product was hoarded by mathematicians after Hagoromo Stationery stopped making it? North Baltimore.
Papyrus.
Sorry, it's chalk. Tony Bennett retired in October 2024 as the head coach of what college basketball team?
Guess.
North Baltimore.
Kentucky.
Sorry, the University of Virginia. The song Tradition opens what musical about milkman Tevye and his Jewish family? North Baltimore wants no part of it. Northwood? Fiddler on the Roof. Name the anti-communist Polish trade union once led by Lech Walesa, North Baltimore.
Solidarity.
Correct. That's time. Well, really good comeback there from North Baltimore after a couple of incorrect responses. Northwood not quite so aggressive on the buzzers. As a result, we're all tied up at 20 after the first round. We'll see you back for the volley round in just a moment.
Buckeye Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu.
Young people who participate in meaningful activities are less likely to use drugs or alcohol. Your time, your choice. Learn more at unisonhealth.org.
Are you looking for a life-changing opportunity? Check out Owens Community College, the powerhouse choice for your higher education. Owens offers more than 160 innovative programs, including the region's #1 nursing program and the nation's only accredited MRI associate degree. And Owens has so much more: technical and performing arts, culinary arts, skilled trades, and public safety. Get started today. Learn how Owens will impact your life. Apply today. Your success starts here.
Young people who participate in meaningful activities are less likely to use drugs or alcohol. Your time, your choice. Learn more at unisonhealth.org.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college. Welcome to the volley round. The volley round, the first question goes to the team with the lowest score. If they answer correctly, they are awarded 10 points, and the next question goes to the opposing team. If any team answers a question incorrectly, the opposing team gets a chance to answer that question and still receive their question. Good luck.
Time for the volley round now, and because North Baltimore and Northwood are tied up at 20, we flipped a coin during the break. Northwood will get the first crack at this. North Baltimore, make sure you're paying attention. If they do not answer their question correctly, you guys get the chance to steal before it's your turn, all right? Let's do it. The 3 minutes begins right now. Northwood, sarin gas prevents the breakdown of what neurotransmitter in the central nervous system, leading to seizures and death?
Pass.
North Baltimore?
Pass.
It's acetylcholine. North Baltimore, the title character from what children's literary series by Michael Bond hails from darkest Peru? You don't have to buzz in, by the way.
Pass.
Northwood?
Pass.
Paddington Bear. Northwood, what company was paid $787 million by Fox News to settle a defamation lawsuit concerning its voting machines?
Pass.
North Baltimore?
Domain voting systems.
Can't accept it. Sorry, it's Dominion, not Domain. North Baltimore, Vladimir Nabokov used what objects in the Zettelkasten system to draft his novels?
Pass.
Northwood?
Ink and quill.
Sorry, index cards. Northwood, the Kim family cons the Park family in what director's film Parasite?
Pass.
North Baltimore?
Kishimoto.
Bong Joon-ho. North Baltimore, Chris Moneymaker popularized what activity after winning the World Series of it in 2003?
Baseball.
Sorry.
Soccer.
It's poker. Chris Moneymaker won the World Series of Poker. How about that? Northwood, what synthetic opioid is currently responsible for the most overdose deaths in the U.S.?
What? Oh, yeah. Fentanyl.
Correct. North Baltimore, Basil II was nicknamed the slayer of people of what ethnic group?
Bulgarians.
Correct. Or Bulgars. Northwood, name this home country of Jose Marti, whose most famous poem addresses a girl from Guantanamo.
Mexico.
Sorry, North Baltimore?
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. I love your enthusiasm. North Baltimore, what city's football and baseball teams used to play at Three Rivers Stadium?
St. Louis.
Sorry, no. Northwood?
San Jose.
Pittsburgh. Northwood, Petteri Orpo is the prime minister of what Nordic country that joined NATO in April of 2023?
Scandinavia.
Not a country, sorry. North Baltimore?
Finland.
Finland is correct. North Baltimore, performers of what vocal range often extend the word vincero when performing the Nessun Dorma, the signature aria of Luciano Pavarotti?
Opera.
No, sorry. Northwood? Looking for the vocal range.
Soprano.
Tenor. Northwood, named this April 22nd holiday that celebrates environmental protection.
Earth Day.
Earth Day is correct. And that's time. It's still very, very close, and I'm not really surprised. Two pretty darn evenly matched teams. North Baltimore, a narrow 10-point lead. That means we don't have to get the coin out and flip it during the break. We'll see you back here for the lightning round right after this.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college.
Coming up on the next episode of Be Well, let's find a vibe at the L, a new co-working space in Sylvania. Then talk aging well with the world's oldest bodybuilder. Plus get techie and discover how robots are helping heal others in our area and around the world. And finally, we talk mental health with Premier Counseling Services. Join us November 24th at 8 p.m. only on VCAN.
Brought to you by the Area Office on Aging. How well do you know your favorite holiday movies? Play along with holiday movie trivia at BuckeyeContest.com. You could win a $500 Visa gift card to shop local this holiday season. Need a refresher? Find all of your holiday favorites on Buckeye Broadband all season long. Holiday movie trivia is brought to you locally by the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office, wishing you a safe holiday season. Remember, it's okay, just walk away. Holiday movie trivia. Enter today.
It's that magical time of year. The new models are here. Yep, the 2025s are at Dunn Chevy in Oregon. New body tracks and Trailblazer and the totally redesigned Equinox and Traverse are here and ready for you. The 2025 new Tahoe and Suburban are right around the corner. Chevy has the freshest lineup. 9 different SUVs, 4 different pickups, an electric Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado. We do have it all. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Michael was a loving father and husband. He was a tow truck driver who was killed on the side of a highway by a distracted semi-truck driver. His wife and daughters were devastated. They were dealing with the sudden loss of their loved one while being pressured by insurance companies to settle. We went to work immediately to take care of all legal issues to allow them to focus on rebuilding their lives. They needed an experienced legal team that handles these complex cases. We're attorneys with Gallon, Takis, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is brought to you in part by Unison Health and the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board of Lucas County, reminding you that it's your time, your choice. Welcome to the Lightning Round. In the Lightning Round, each team gets 3 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. 10 points will be awarded for each correct answer. This round will begin with the team that has the lowest score. Good luck.
Well, if you're a fan of golf like I am, you know that Saturday in a major is what they call moving day, when the leaderboard really starts to take shape. The lightning round, the third round of Brainiacs Bowl, that's where the scores start to take shape, and we'll see who can set themselves up nicely for the final challenge. Right now, there's just 10 points separating North Baltimore and Northwood in this battle for the North. Northwood, you get to go first. You have the floor for the next 3 minutes, and your time begins now. A monarch with what first name and the last name Godwinson lost the Battle of Hastings?
John.
Harold. What figure carried souls across the river Styx as the ferryman of the dead?
Charon.
Correct. This man's ex-girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, testified against him in October of 2023.
Pass.
Pass.
Sam Bankman-Fried. Named a suite inspired by Victor Hartmann paintings composed by Mussorgsky.
Pass.
Pictures at an exhibition. What British prize, formerly sponsored by the Mann Group, recognizes the best English language novel?
Nobel's Prize in Literature?
The Booker Prize. What quantity's specific variety, when multiplied by standard gravity, can replace the effective exhaust velocity in the rocket equation?
Density?
Impulse. A jacket and pants made of what material are known as a Canadian tuxedo?
Denim.
Denim is correct. Love that. What British group with a three-word name hopes to halt new fossil fuel production?
Pass.
Just Stop Oil. While shooting what film did Shelley Duvall perform a scene involving a baseball bat 127 times?
Pass.
The Shining. What musical duo played a free concert in Central Park to 500,000 people in 1981?
Pass.
Simon and Garfunkel. What Russian Tsar emancipated the serfs?
Pass.
Alexander II. Sam Altman was ousted and quickly reinstated as CEO of what company?
Pass.
OpenAI. What jazz pianist behind Take the A Train was known by a noble nickname?
Duke Ellington.
Correct. What poet wrote, "If ever two were one, then surely we," in a poem addressed to her dear and loving husband?
Pass.
Anne Bradstreet. Name this Roman Republic orator who delivered the Catiline orations.
Pass.
Cicero. What movie starring Daniel Craig in his second appearance as Benoit Blanc was an exclusive for Netflix?
Knives Out.
Be more specific, the second one?
That's all I know.
It's all right. Glass Onion is the title of the second film in the series. Who is the current Secretary of the Interior, the first Native American to hold a cabinet secretary position?
Pass.
Deb Haaland. What machines are used to shape clay into vases?
Pottery wheel.
Correct. What female justice, often considered the swing vote of the Rehnquist Court, was nominated in 1981 by President Reagan?
Pass.
Sandra Day O'Connor. What poem by T.S. Eliot calls April the cruelest month?
Pass.
The Wasteland. Bands like U2, Thin Lizzy, and Fontaines D.C. hail from what country?
Pass.
They're from Ireland. What billionaire banned trans fats in large soda bottles when he was mayor of New York City?
Pass.
Bloomberg. And that's time. Well, Northwood, you picked up 40 points, so you currently have an 80-50 lead. These have been, I said in the break, these were fun questions. I think they're tough questions more than anything. North Baltimore, we'll see if you can mount a comeback, and your time begins now. Whose mausoleum can be found in Red Square?
Lenin's.
Lenin is correct. What painter explored her identity as a Mexican woman in many self-portraits that frequently depict her with a prominent unibrow? It was Frida Kahlo. What singer's 1999 hit, Thank You, was sampled in the Eminem song Stan?
Pass.
Dido. What kingdom centered at Berlin had monarchs such as Frederick the Great?
Prussia.
Correct. Chelsea Manning sent what person the Iraq war logs and Afghan war diary?
Pass.
Julian Assange. Name this author of a poem that describes an object glazed with rainwater, the red wheelbarrow.
Pass.
William Carlos Williams. What city's soccer stadiums include Anfield and Goodison Park?
New York's.
They're in Liverpool. What concept, often defined as justified true belief, is studied in epistemology?
Pass.
Knowledge. Which scientist who discovered benzene conducted an ice pail experiment that demonstrated the electric field is zero inside conductors?
Pass.
Michael Faraday. What Supreme Court justice was accused of sexual assault by Christine Blasey Ford during his nomination?
Clarence Thomas.
Brett Kavanaugh. What policy was opposed by Nelson Mandela, who was elected president of South Africa after its abolition?
Apartheid.
Correct. What author described the hero's journey in A Hero with a Thousand Faces?
Pass.
Joseph Campbell. The sun turns a mountain in what country red in Fine Wind, Clear Morning?
Nepal.
Japan. Who holds the NFL career record for receiving yards?
Jerry Rice.
Correct. Name this great founder of the Achaemenid Empire.
Alexander.
Cyrus I or Cyrus the Great. What priest from Loyola founded the Jesuits?
Pass.
Ignatius. What quantity conserved in both elastic and inelastic collisions has a canonical form used in Hamiltonian mechanics?
Potential energy.
Linear momentum is what we're looking for. Willie Loman is the protagonist of what play by Arthur Miller?
Pass.
You probably read it in English class. Death of a Salesman. Name this Duchess of Aquitaine, the mother of Richard the Lionheart.
Catherine II.
Eleanor. Who claimed politics had no place in business in the book Woke, Inc.?
Milton Friedman.
Vivek Ramaswamy. What objects used for transportation are often depicted in seascapes?
Pass.
Boats or ships. What cosmetics company's slogan begins with the line, "Maybe she's born with it"?
K.
Maybelline. Name the home state of John Calhoun and Strom Thurmond that was the first to secede from the Union.
South Carolina.
Correct. As a member of CORE, what future senator led a series of 1962 sit-ins at the University of Chicago?
Pass.
Don't associate him with Chicago, but it's Bernie Sanders. Donatello and Michelangelo both sculpted versions of what slayer of Goliath?
David.
Correct. Which singer of Nina Cried Power? Time is up. North Baltimore. Nice job. 110 to 80. You guys have the lead going into the final challenge, but it's all to play for over the next 4 minutes of game time. We'll see you back after the break.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College. Your success starts here. Apply today at owens.edu.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
Champions aren't born. Champions are made. They're made early in the morning, and they're made late at night. Champions push harder, no matter the obstacle. To play like a champion, you need to train like a champion. Champions are made with the unparalleled expert advice and the best home fitness equipment on the planet at American Home Fitness. Push harder, play stronger, and become a champion. American Home Fitness. Let's get after it.
Roll into Midas today for expert service on the best brands for your ride. Let our skilled techs help you save big so you can drive with confidence. Start tire shopping and request your appointment at Midas.com.
It's that magical time of year. The new models are here. Yep, the 2025s are at Dunn Chevy in Oregon. New body tracks and Trailblazer and the totally redesigned Equinox and Traverse are here and ready for you. The 2025 new Tahoe and Suburban are right around the corner. Chevy has the freshest lineup. 9 different SUVs, 4 different pickups, an electric Equinox, Blazer, and Silverado. We do have it all. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Every year, over 100,000 commercial vehicles are involved in accidents, resulting in thousands of deaths and serious injuries. The injuries are severe, the cases are complicated, the insurance companies are sophisticated. Let us deal with the insurance companies so you can focus on healing. You need an experienced legal team that handles these complex cases and that can protect you. We're attorneys with Gallon, Takis, and Boysenall.
Call us. We can help.
Buckeye Brainiacs Bowl on BCSN is presented by Owens Community College, home to Northwest Ohio's #1 nursing college. This is the final challenge. Now it's time for the final challenge. Teams will once again have their buzzers in hand. Any team buzzing in with a correct answer will receive 10 points. If the team that buzzed in answers incorrectly, the opposing team gets a chance to answer that same question and gain 10 points. Good luck.
Well, folks at home, how are your nerves? This has been one of the most closely contested matchups that we have had so far in this season of Brainiacs Bowl here on BCSN. North Baltimore with a lead of just 30 points going into this final challenge round. 4 minutes will determine who advances to round 2 later on in the year. You guys ready? Let's do it. The 4 minutes begins now. Name the first permanent English colony in the New World, North Baltimore.
Jamestown.
Which larger colony was Jamestown a part of?
Oh. New Massachusetts?
No, sorry. Chance to steal?
South Carolina.
Sorry, no, it's Virginia. What surname belongs to Judith, imagined in Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own as a sister to the author of Twelfth Night? Nothing? Shakespeare. Shakespeare. The barrel type of what instrument is played by grinders? North Baltimore.
Tubas.
Sorry, no. Northwood.
Didgeridoo.
I like that, but no, it's a pipe organ. What author attacked the agreeability-focused education of the character Sophia from Rousseau's Emile in her A Vindication of the Rights of Woman? North Baltimore.
Susan B. Anthony.
No. Northwood? It's Mary Wollstonecraft. Name this event in a country with the capital of Kigali which targeted the Tutsi people. North Baltimore.
Rwanda.
What happened?
Rwandan genocide.
Correct. That's what we're looking for. After being rescued by her husband, what character is forced to undergo a trial by fire to prove her loyalty?
Goody bad wife.
No. That's one of the best answers of the season, though. I like that. Northwood? It's Sita. What element, 3 atoms of which are found in a compound used in airbags, has the atomic number 7? North Baltimore.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen is correct. Name the city where the Pulse nightclub was the site of the 2nd deadliest mass shooting in American history. North Baltimore.
Tulsa?
Sorry, no. Northwood?
Chicago.
Sorry, Orlando. What Tony Kushner play explores the AIDS epidemic and homosexuality in the U.S.? I know you're itching to. Nothing? Okay, it's Angels in America. Very good play. A Tchaikovsky work featuring cannons and named for the year
1812 Overture.
Overture is correct. Name this war in which the Society of Friends fought for the liberation of a country with the capital of Athens from Ottoman rule.
Oh, Greece? The Greek Wars?
Can you be more specific?
Greek War of Independence?
That's the one. Independence was what we really needed. What former member of the Black Eyed Peas released Glamorous and Big Girls Don't Cry? North Baltimore.
Gwen Stefani.
No. Nothing? It's Fergie. Named a conservative Supreme Court justice who was replaced by Neil Gorsuch after his 2016 death. North Baltimore.
Scalia.
Correct. On what holiday might adherents eat a triangular pastry called hamantash? North Baltimore.
Passover?
Sorry, Northwood?
Yom Kippur.
Close. Purim. Many works of what art movement were denounced as degenerate art in an exhibit at Munich under the Nazi regime? North Baltimore?
Pop art.
Sorry, no. Northwood? It's the Blue Rider movement. Name this Latin American libertador and namesake of a country governed from La Paz. North Baltimore.
Colombia?
Sorry, no. Northwood?
Venezuela.
Simón Bolívar. His namesake, of course, is Bolivia. Many mythical transformations of mortals into animals and plants are described in what narrative poem by the Roman writer Ovid? North Baltimore.
Ovid's Wild Ride.
Northwood. Metamorphoses. And that's time. Well, North Baltimore, nicely done. You take out Northwood 150-90 in this Battle of the North. That means we're going to see you guys later on in the season. Northwood, it was great to have you here and kind of your home studio since we're only a couple miles from your high school. But it was great to have you out, part of the first season of Brainiacs Bowl here on BCSN. It's been another fun afternoon of Quiz Bowl competition here on Buckeye. Hope to see you next time.